there is a story on the front page of the paper, the Daily Graphic. That's very, very interesting. And
This was cost service data they issued
no,
yesterday.
I will come to that.
Okay, all right.
Accra Kumasi Road, Galamsey impedes 3 bypass constructions.
Can you imagine?
Page 3. Illegal mining activities are said to have affected the progress of work on the 3 of the 4 bypasses on the Accra Kumasi Highway. The bypasses at Osino, Enyinem, Inyeresi, and Konongo form a major part of the Central Corridor road project, but the contractors have cited illegal mining activities around Osino, Enyinem, and Inyeresi projects as impacting their overall delivery. The contractor said the mining activities had made the soil soggy, require more filling to make the road compact, and that they stressed had caused a delay in the project timelines. They stated that they said this during the interaction with the minister during a tour of the project sites. This is a couple of days ago, and they broke it down to what's becoming the problem. So first, it was in some hidden bushes they were hiding. The Rastos told us that now they are doing it by the roadside. They actually they don't care. So they don't care being seen or being spotted. The police, they pass. MPs with their siren vehicles drive and pass. The ministers too, they drive and pass. Then later on, projects that we are paid for with timelines, we cannot deliver on them because the Galamsey nearby is destroying or making it impossible for the people to get or the filling, which means that they may have to spend more, buy more filling to be able to do the construction and extend the timelines, which will cause the Ghanaian to. Yes. So first, it was somebody else's problem. Then it was not my hometown, so it's not a big deal for me. Then now it's beyond your hometown. It's affecting your pocket directly in so many forms. Yet, this contractor is telling a minister. I'm sure the minister said, oh, okay, we have heard you. We will see how we can make this easier for you. The answer was not, we will fix the Galamsey problem immediately. I didn't see or hear that we are deployed the team immediately to go and clear all of these people, because now not only are they destroying cocoa and other things, they have taken it to roads and it's costing us more to do that. And yet, when we finish the roads, or when we are not even done with the roads, we would have to give special sirens to people to bypass it. You put it aside. It is the height of irresponsibility. It's almost as if we all know it's an election year, so Galamsey is a no-go area.
It's true.
You listen to NPP and NDC properly. Listen to Abu Jinapo. He's very busy with lithium and other things. Very, very busy. When was the last time you heard him do those forums that he was talking about all the time? Because they know and they fear that the people who are conducting themselves in illegal forms, assuming tomorrow, well, armed robbers also joined the union and decided on their own that they needed some protection, or else they will not vote against political parties. They will vote against political parties that were fighting crime. You think about it for a second.
And it always gets worse in an election year.
Yeah.
And Raymond, there's always a reason why maybe in the developed countries, when you get to the red light, you dare not cross because of what happened to you. When we get to that state where everybody thinks that, oh, I can cross the red light and get away with it, this is what happens. You know, what has happened to those who are already doing this? And they realize that, well, others are doing it, they are getting away. And that's in psychology and all the rest. When one person is doing something, or a group of people are doing certain things, and they are getting away with it, others also think that, well, I can do the same because nothing has been done to those people who are doing those things.
And now we are basically propping them up to do it.
And it becomes worse in an election year because then you want their votes. And several instances have shown that in election year, these things get out of hand.
And political parties are happily telling people that, oh, when we tried it previously,
some have said when we even do come to power, this and that, we will this and all those things.
I heard the amnesty one. Oh yes, you will give you amnesty for committing crime, and so that's fine. It's okay. It's because they are not really our targets. There are big people behind you, so it's okay. Yeah, people are funding other activities too. It's almost like saying that, well, I mean, give the amnesty to prostitution too, because they are pimps. There are bigger people behind them.
Oh, but
And-
they're not arrested. The prostitutes, they're all over the road now.
No.
Pele Road, Ghana
See,
Link, East Legon,
at some
ANC,
point.
they're all over. You see the police barriers are there. They are standing next to it.
At some
East
point,
Legon. Yeah.
at some point, we should be a responsible state.
Okay.
We near banana republic status when we pretend that we do not have laws and we cannot implement these laws.
Yeah.
When we make it look like laws are dependent on election seasons,
Yeah.
that is the difference between a state that has rule of law and a state without one. Anyway, but there's another big story that you should know about, Winston. 1.9 million youth idle, no work, no training, no education. Now, almost 2 million youth in the country are not in education, employment, or training. This is according to the Ghana Statistical Service. And Professor Samuel Kobina Enim's picture is on the front page, big time. Of course, this is in the annual household income and expenditure survey, which is indicating that in the third quarter of last year, 1.9 million youth aged 15 to 35. Expanded one. 15 to 35. Yeah. They are not in, because mostly when you have work, you are employed. When you are in education, we do not consider you in the employment conversation because you are not available for work. You understand what I'm trying to say? But this one, they wake up in them. I don't know what else they do. They are not in education. They are not in employment. They are not even training for anything. So you be asking yourself that question: what do they do? That big team, when they wake up and everybody is driving to work, what do they do?
Potential candidates for
Galamsey and other illegal things.
A lot of things, you know.
Yeah, they say the devil finds work for the idle hand. This is an idle one. 1.9 million.
Yeah.
That's a national crisis.
Yeah.
These ones are the ones that require the forum, the big time conversations. These ones, if MPs will need speedy work to go and make sure that they solve the problem, I agree perfectly.
Just turned 18.
Yes, it's just 10.
A lot of them have also
Oh,
Now,
seriously.
While
80 to 35. So how
Yes.
do you survive? Because
Exactly.
at 35, you can't live in your mother's household.
no,
Oh,
No, don't say you are irresponsible.
Yeah, someone is still living there with us.
Oh,
while the story talks about the fact that this is reduced from about 2.3 million or so in 2022, it's still a huge number.
Yeah.
Okay, and look, this is what planning should be about. We should be having discussions on how. So even if these people do not have work, how do we ensure they find education or skill training so that they can actually get into work subsequently?
Yeah.
I mean, these are the things that matter, and not whether you are late for a meeting that you could have set off early. Anyway.
Well, graphic business has the lead story. No spending spree, no new taxes. That is when the mid-year budget is presented. It's next week, Tuesday, 23rd of July 2024. And it says ahead of the mid-year budget review later this month, the government says it will not make any additional financial demands on the national budget and sticking to commitment to the fiscal discipline. That's according to the Deputy Minister of Finance. That is has indicated to graphic business. Also, we assess instability agreement on natural resources, according to Professor Abo. Also, that's another story. Launch of the Share Business Sense Challenge tomorrow. And also, the Economy Times customers' complaints to BOG drop sharply. Ghana's credit ratings to be upgraded after Eurobond exchange, according to Moody's. And BOG auctions 120 million forex in Q3 for the importers of petroleum products. And also the Proceeding Guide has Tabiasi refutes FDA's ban on celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages. I find this story very interesting.
what?
Tabiasi refutes FDA's ban on celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages.
And the word was used right? Refute.
I hope it was used right. But
I'm interested in that story. He's refuting it how?
Yeah, why?
whether he has issues with the story.
That's low.
So I also found that story very interesting. You know, it says that the chief executive of a Tabio group of companies, Christine Kwesi-Agyeman, has expressed worry over the ban of celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages in the country and scored the need for the Supreme Court to revise this ruling on this case. With over 10 years of experience in alcoholic beverage industry and a member of the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers, Tabia believes that the current ban is misguided and that there's a better solution to protect children from exposing to alcoholic advertisement in the current situation?
Okay, so sometimes he wrote an entire paper on it. From experience and competencies that we need to review properly. So sometimes you have to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Because I am not sure he understood or this position understands the question before the court and the answer that was given. So maybe we are also reading a tiny bit of the very well reasoned document he put together. Perhaps I have not seen that yet, but this is maybe a teaser of the bigger. Yes. And please, he should just be bold enough to share his solutions to the rest of us. We may all call on the court, more important, FDA, to remove what is obnoxious and nonsensical if he justifies it properly. But so far, well, I mean, I'm yet to hear that. Now, the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Police invite A+ to assist in Ahmed Swale's murder probe. The other story there, Bamia promises are real, and this according to a chief. And NDC blocks bauxite lithium deals, and 2 mining lease agreements meant to be laid in Parliament for consideration by the House have been met with eye-rolling disengagement and aversion tactics by the NDC. Those words are purely Ernest Kofi Adu from Parliament House, his own. Now, the minority is opposing the agreement between government and represented by the Lands Ministry and the Ashanti Bauxite Company Limited for bauxite mining in the Yinahim Block 2 area in the Achiman-Ponua district of the Ashanti region, as well as the Barari DV Ghana Limited for lithium exploitation at the Ewoya in the central region. The other story, Brian Echampon unveils $3.2 million infrastructure project for farmers. Yes, the Agri Minister unveils $3.2 million infrastructure project for farmers. And Virtual InfoSec is now tier 1 cybersecurity provider. That's also on the front page of the paper Daily Guide.
Okay, I think we can go for the online news review now. And myjoyonline.com this morning says time for engagement is over. Organized labor declares as it braces to take on issues beyond SNIT hotels sale. Okay. And still on labor unions can paralyze the whole country. Professor Bafo Ajimendia warns government. And so, we've been talking about labor. I've seen an article someone wrote, I think it was on another website, Northern Reports, how the sleeping giant is now awake, and that's labor. Once they declared a strike, that same day, and once they said, we are not sure this letter is real, the following day, on a Saturday that ordinarily you wouldn't have the state institutions working, they were signing letters indicating that this is real.
They are capable of working.
They are capable of working. And it means that labor must do a lot of things right. And the members of these unions must also begin to hold their leaders accountable. Enough of we are engaging where you must engage. But when it is appropriate for you to strike, to get the right things done, you must do so.
And UTAC is calling for the board to, resign and all the rest. But there are some organized labor members on the board, right? So it could be good for them to take that step first to resign.
Yeah, they must,
so that it will compel
labor must
labor should take that
labor
step.
Must take the step by recalling their members.
And then it could also
that
would be the best thing to do. That
would be the best thing to do.
I feel that there have been a lot of interesting things that have happened on this and what organized labor itself had done earlier on, and now on the posturing now.